Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy, my channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to go over the daily technical analysis of uranium, and I'll give you my financial opinion here. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at different time frames, and those time frames are going to paint different bullish, bearish pictures. So we'll get in here, I'll give you my financial opinion, and we'll go over the charts. Right now, we've got weekly candlestick charts for Sprott Physical Uranium Trust. What we want to see are big up days like this, and this is a reversal candlestick, big up day, and then it consolidated into this pattern. The pattern is breaking to the downside on a weekly candlestick basis. We are throwing a bearish pattern here. That's what this big down day is right here. So we have not turned and put in a bottom yet. It's not a candlestick for a move upward. When you look at a 1 year, the 1 year, these are daily candlesticks. You can see where we were coming up. It came down, and right here, this is what's known as a bullish piercing pattern. I was hoping we could get some momentum here to move on up. This is a reversal candlestick pattern. If you want to look at it, you can type in bullish piercing pattern. That's what this guy is. And today, we went up. We went to go for it, and it sold off throughout the day and ended pretty weak. There are sellers out there. There is fear. It attempted to make that run. It did exactly what a bullish piercing is. It closed. The momentum came in the next day, and then it reversed throughout that day lower. The bullish piercing and bullish engulfings, they'll give you that momentum into the next day, but it doesn't mean that it will stick or stay. And that's what we were hoping. We want it to stick and stay and close strong. But this doesn't also mean that the upward move is completely thwarted. But I would say that the potential for a downside move is very, it's still likely. We have momentum coming down. It didn't reverse the momentum yet. So we could see some violent chopping action sideways, potentially. But the momentum is downward. It finished down today, so the momentum is still downward, closing where it did. URNM, I was hoping that some of these patterns would manifest themselves to the upside yesterday. It did not happen that way. We still have incredible momentum heading to the downside, and it finished pretty strong to the downside today for URNM. Unfortunately. Bannerman, I mean, we had the buyer step in here, and then it came and reversed throughout the day. This is a bullish piercing. It gave you that momentum, and then the sellers came in and sold it off. It is still in the downtrend, unfortunately. Goviax is breaking to the downside. Good sell-off today. Man, this thing was up quite a bit this morning, and it reversed and sold off. We are breaking through this support line that I drew through here to the downside. We could see further downside, but we do have a lot of sticky support all through this area where it's at. Global Atomic, it tried to break through its, let me go to the 1 year. This is the daily. You can see that that's a bearish piercing pattern, which means we could see further downside. And how fast that reversed. Insane. Zooming in on here, we broke out and then we came back. I mean, we're still above this line though. We're still above the support line. We still have support underneath it. We got to see if it holds. Forces sold off. I was hoping that the Forces could be with us, but it decided it wanted to sell off today. There's your big bearish engulfing pattern. This could head lower. It very well could. If I were to throw kind of a projected move on this guy here, and I'm just going to drag it across, it gets uglier as you go down. I mean, we could see a good size move to the downside here if this doesn't turn around. Here's Pure Point Uranium. Zooming out. It's got a nice good pattern through here. I just connected these two guys there. We came on up and we're right at the support of that pattern on a monthly basis. 5 year, This is a daily candlestick. We're right there. We got some buyers underneath. We'll see if it holds. That's what the candlesticks look like on the short term. You could throw a pure point pattern would be something like this in that downtrend there, and we're still in the downtrend. Deep yellow, going deep with deep yellow. 1 year, we still got the sell-off. Nothing's turning this thing around yet. So be patient here. Now is not the time to be courageous and a hero. Let it kind of peter itself out with the momentum to the downside, and then I would look to be a buyer after it. Sky Harbor, bullish piercing pattern. Will this be a reversal? I would be pretty patient at this point. The whole sector looks like it's getting a little weak. A little weak at the knees. Coming on down, we are still in a downtrend line, unfortunately. So potential's more downside potential if the buyers don't step in here. Next Gen Energy, it tried to break on up this morning. I think that, let me look at the 1 year. Yeah, it's breaking to the downside, guys. We might see more downside here, unfortunately. More downside. Downtrend's not broken. Canalaska, doing the 1 year. Oh, man, another bearish piercing. Hurts. Hurts, guys. This could go a little bit lower. Very well could. We got support underneath it here, 33 cents. Somewhere in that range. Base load selling off. Looks like we're getting sell-off in the entire sector. So we could see more downside here. There's some support. 58 cents, something like that. Fission 3.0. Just trying to see what we got here. We back, is this all the way backed out? We broke out of this big picture view here. Broke out of that, and we might be coming to do a back test all the way back down to 11 cents. If that's the case, I'll probably be a buyer there if it heads all the way back down, but still in a downtrend, still more downside. Here's Fission. Fission's getting a little bit of a sell-off today. You can see the bearish engulfing pattern. That means we're going to probably head lower. And that's probably what it looks like. It looks like we're breaking down out of this support to the downside. Camco, looking at Camco, zooming out a little bit. The projected move is there, down to 1850. We do have some room to move on down. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't pull back some. Kazatomprom, again, we're still below this pattern. It moves sideways a little bit, but looking at the rest of the group, man, looks like we're just tracking sideways here. Good sell-off at the end of the day. I wouldn't be doing anything. Peninsula Energy, it's still in a downtrend. I would not be doing much. We're just waiting for the turn. Still in a downtrend. Boss Energy, big old sell-off today. I would not be doing anything. It looks like it traveled a whole bunch of ground there. Again, we're below the pattern here. I would not, still in a downtrend. Lotus Resources, looks like we're getting a little bit of a sell-off here with the bearish engulfing pattern. Still in a downtrend. I would not be buying yet. I would hold on. Me, Roy? No, you, Roy. You, Roy, is still in a downtrend, and I would not be doing anything at this time. The projected move is still quite below, right? Quite a bit below it. Encore Energy, still in a downtrend, unfortunately. I was hoping that this thing would break to the upside. It came right back, and we're still in the downtrend. You. Me. No. Wait, what? Here we go. We're coming down. Little pattern here, broke to the downside. Be patient, guys. I wouldn't be sucked in here. The American Crew got sold off pretty hard today. I'll call it all the U's. Uranium Royalty, Uranium, they all start with U. URG, UEC, and UROY. Downtrend line, still in downtrend for URG. Uranium Energy Corporation, still withholding the downtrend line. I would not be a buyer yet. LEU, LEU. Man, it broke. So we went into a pattern. I was looking for a break. It definitely broke, but it broke to the downside of this pattern. You can see the big old sellers right there. They said, nope, this is going lower. Boom. Punch lower. LTBR, again, we're in this downtrend. I would not be stepping in front of this freight train right now. Unfortunately, we still could hit 664. ISO Energy. Looking at this, still got some sellers there. Still selling off. Again, I probably wouldn't be doing anything at the moment. Appia Energy, still in a downtrend, unfortunately. We tried breaking through, looks like November 30th we tried breaking through December 3rd, which is today, and then it sold back off. It's trying, though. We got to get it closed, and we got to see something that's above the trend. So there's this guy. We're breaking to the downside of Denison Mines. Again, I wouldn't be doing much of anything, guys. Just hold on. Let's see what this thing goes. Blue Sky Uranium sold off quite hard today. Looks like we're still inside the pattern. Oh no, we broke out of the pattern a little bit here today. Again, I wouldn't be doing anything. This looks like we could potentially head lower for Blue Sky. And then Forum Energy Metals looks like we broke to the. We had a big down day today. Bearish engulfing. Let's just hold off on it. I don't see much support underneath it too much. Oh, there's a little bit of support underneath it right here at 12 cents. Couple of days there. But this could go all the way back down to 6 cents, guys. I mean, these things are pretty volatile. They can move. And here's Laramide. Let's do the 1 year. Bearish engulfing, man. We opened up and then we closed down. More downside to come, guys, unfortunately. We are still in a downtrend. Looked good yesterday like we were going to move, and it gapped higher, and sellers came in and sold it off. So that's the whole uranium sector there. Looks weak. Looks weak, and looks like we could have further downside. The buyers did not step in here. We had some bullish setups on some of these companies yesterday. Like we were going to come on up. It shot up in the morning, gapped up in the morning, and then just got sold off throughout the day. A lot of fear in this market. I'm seeing just everywhere, lots of people selling. It's probably triggering stop losses or margin losses, which it could have more selling. So be patient. If you do feel like you have the need to buy, sprinkle small amounts in. What do I mean by dollar cost averaging? If you have an amount that you want to put in, put like 5 or 10% of that amount in. So if you have 10%, that means you're going to take $1,000 and in $100 increments, you add into a position in $100 increments. Or you add in to $100 increments if you have $1,000 you want to put in into a whole bunch of different positions and kind of just sprinkle it all over the place. I wouldn't be sprinkling right now after looking at what we saw today. I saw some of these things trying to come on up and they got hammered back down. We're seeing the 10-year yield drop. It's coming back. People are running to safety. There's fear in the market. We need to see the fear dissipate. We need people to calm down. When people calm down and that fear dissipates, what happens is the volatility will shrink. And we're going to see everything kind of shrink down. And that's when we're going to get our entry points. I did do some sprinkling in some other areas, but not in this area yet. I've been patient here. And just be patient. Let's wait for a bottom here. There's still fear out there. If you guys like this analysis, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.